Hello, welcome back to Castle Lovestead. In today's video I'm sharing with you the fiction that I have read in the past month. So, welcome back. How are you? I'm exhausted. I have worked 22 days without a day off. And I'm exhausted. Do not recommend. 0 stars. I've got my Sad Girl Club black eyeliner and dramatic lipstick on because I am struggling. I am really struggling. And there's nothing to be done for it. It is what it is. But yeah, the only thing that's really keeping me from having a mental breakdown is still carving out time to read and to make a video here and there and to watch your videos. So thanks for being my digital psych ward. So today I wanted to share with you the fiction that I read mostly in the month of February. I don't know how I want to share what I'm reading with you. It's an ongoing evolution. I don't know if I want to do Friday reads. I don't know if I want to keep doing wrap-ups. I don't know. I read a lot. It's hard to fit everything into a single video, so I'm trying to figure out how to break it up. Tell me what you like. Like, do you like the videos where I cover all of a particular genre within a certain month? Or would you rather I do Friday reads? Part of me feels like Friday reads would be better because I'm able to say more semi-intelligent things about what I read when I talk about them closer to when I've actually read them. So like if I've read a book a month ago, a lot of what I've thought about the book is already gone. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay, so fiction and other things, just fiction. We'll do other things in another video. So fiction that I read last month, not including middle grade because I did a separate video for middle grade. Felix Ever After by Kaysen Callender. I gave this book 3 stars out of 5. This book is really hyped and it's a good book. It is a queer romance, a young adult queer romance, and Felix is a trans boy who is figuring himself out. Someone gets a hold of his dead name and uses it to bully him. And a lot of it is about him struggling with that identity, struggling with figuring out who it is that dead named him and is bullying him. And then part of it is him figuring out how to fall in love because he really wants to fall in love. And so there's, you know, some layers in the story, and I thought it was well done. I liked the characters. I thought it was a good romance story. One of the characters was a little bit too good to be true, but overall I liked it. The thing that kept me from giving it a 4-star review was that I thought there was a particular point that didn't quite get fleshed out in the degree that I wanted it to. So when Felix is bullied, he gets so angry and he's like, I want to absolutely destroy the person who's bullying me. I want to hurt them in the most hurtful possible way. And like he goes on to kind of cyberbully someone else who he thinks is the person who's bullying him. And eventually he's like, okay, yeah, that was wrong of me. But not really. Like, he's like, oh man, yeah, I'm sorry I hurt this person. But he doesn't really like deeply digest that wanting to hurt someone in the most hurtful possible way, wanting to destroy them psychologically is not okay. Like, that is not okay. And I just don't think that lesson was learned well enough in this book for me to give it a full 4 stars. So that's that. Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles series, so we get to learn a little bit about a new set of characters in Scarlet and Wolf. The romantic tension between Scarlet and Wolf is like A+, and I don't know, I like this book. I mean, in terms of like a genre, if I were to give this fantasy genre for the way that it meets the genre conventions, I would give it 5 unicorns out of 5, right? For just the overall enjoyment and the overall like quality of the work within the grand scheme of literature, I gave this book 4 stars out of 5 because I do think that it addresses some important themes and it's very well crafted. I love the characters, the dialogue is on point, and so yeah, I enjoyed it. The Lunar Chronicles is one of my favorite YA fantasy series of all time, so it doesn't surprise me that when I reread it, it continued to be a 4-star read for me. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I did not like this book. I thought this book was terrible. This is another book that's really, really hyped, and I was looking forward to it because I thought, hey, it'll be a 5-star. Now, this was a 2-star read for me. I thought, like, there's just so many things that I could say about this book, but one of my biggest issues was that there was no growth in the main character. So Addie LaRue lives like 300 years in this book, and I think everybody knows what this book is about at this point, but basically Addie LaRue makes a deal with the devil to escape an arranged marriage, and as part of the deal, she lives forever, but no one can remember her, and she can't leave a mark on the world. So, she lives like 300 years, but is the exact same person from the start of the novel to the end of the novel. There's like no growth in her at all. And I'm sorry, but if I had lived through World War I and World War II, if I had lived through the Enlightenment and the Renaissance and like all of these different amazing cultural shifts and historical events, I would be different. At some point, there would be something different about me. If I had all that time to observe and learn about humanity, I would have some different thoughts about people, about life, about God. Like, she's the exact same person, page 1 to page 500 or whatever it is. So that was my biggest pet peeve with this book. She also never meets a person of color in her 300 years traveling the world. She also doesn't talk about anybody with disabilities in her 300 years of traveling the world. Like, come on. And then the magic system is totally broken because, like, so part of the thing is, like, when Addie is with you, you remember Addie so long as she stays, like, in your line of sight, basically. Like, if she goes into another room and the door closes, and you forget who Addie is. You forget that you were ever together. You don't know why you were in this random place anymore. And it doesn't make sense because Addie spends like all day with these love interests of hers, like all day with them. And do those people never go to the bathroom? When they go to the bathroom, does she go with them? Like, it doesn't add up. She also can't leave a mark on anything. So like, she breaks a statue in one scene, but the statue automatically repairs itself because part of her curse is she can't leave a mark on anything. But the clothing she wears down and gets torn and stained. So she can't leave a mark on anything, but if it's clothes, then like that's an exception to the magic rule. Like it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I could go on and on about this book, but yeah, I really did not like it. 2 stars out of 5. Bound in Honor by Cora Riley. I read this over Valentine's Day weekend because I typically don't like romance, but I thought a mafia romance might be interesting because it's got like a story within the romance that might be kind of interesting. Like, I think mafia stories and like CIA stories, FBI stories, anything that has to do with like a clandestine group of people doing secret operative things, I really like. So I picked up Bound in Honor by Cora Riley, which is the first book in her, I think it's called Bound in Blood Mafia Romance series. So I like mafia romance. That is a thing that has happened. I like this book. Now it is very, 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 very steamy. It's basically a PORNO. But that actually fits in with the storyline because part of what the main character is experiencing is like her sexual awakening, basically. So yeah, but this is a story about Arya, who is born into the mafia world. Her father is the capo of the Italian mafia in Chicago, and she is forced into an arranged marriage with Luca, who is like the head of the Italian, a separate Italian family in New York. So she marries him and moves to New York, and it's all about her like managing this transition in her life and working through it, getting to know Luca, her sexual awakening, and there are some cool mafia related things that happen, like some shootouts and stuff that I liked. So I guess I like mafia romance. I gave it 3 stars out of 5. Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. This book was fantastic. This is a short book. It is about Kaiko, who works in a convenience store. She is neurodivergent. She really likes working in the convenience store because the convenience store gives her structure and purpose and rules to follow that help her to be able to function as a neurotypical in a way that allows her to like live her life and to be able to live independently. And she's pressured by everyone around her to get married. Her family loves her dearly, but they are constantly trying to like cure her. And it really is all about her trying to deal with those pressures, working through these, the struggle of coming to accept that she feels like she belongs in the convenience store. And when she leaves the structures of those convenience store rules and like social norms that she has learned, things just fall apart for her. And so there's so much packed into this small book. It was so well done, like so well done. I loved this book. I loved every word on the page, and I gave it 5 stars out of 5. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to be taste testing some Japanese candy because I thought it might be fun for this video to purchase some candies that you might find in a typical Japanese convenience store and taste test them. So stick around or fast forward to the end of the video where I will taste test some candies. Tuesday Club Murders by Agatha Christie. This is a short story collection, and the basis of this is that Miss Marple, it's the second book in the Miss Marple series. Miss Marple has dinners with different people in the community, like one is a police officer, one is a doctor, one is a lawyer, etc. And at each dinner they bring a different unsolved mystery or unsolved crime to the dinner, and then together they try to solve it before the dinner is over. And so each chapter is a short story. There's 13 chapters, and so I read this at a fairly leisurely pace. I read 1 chapter a day or 1 short story a day, and it was perfectly fine. I mean, the stories were interesting. Miss Marple continues to be an entertaining and lovable character who solves the murder every single time. So it was good. It didn't wow me, but it's not something that I regret reading either. So 3 stars out of 5. And the last work of fiction is Candy Coated Murder by Kate Bell. I actually DNF'd this. So this is a cozy mystery, and it's part of the Pumpkin Hollow series. And Pumpkin Hollow is a town that celebrates Halloween year-round, and there's a murder, and you know, it's a cozy murder mystery. Cozy mysteries are like its own genre and its own thing. The goal of it is that there's a murder that you have to solve, but it is also cozy. So the cozy part of it was the Pumpkin Hollow town part. I did DNF this just because the writing got completely distracted from the murder, and instead it just focused on this town conflict about one part of the town wanting to get rid of the Halloween theme and the other part of the town wanting to keep the Halloween theme. And like the majority of the book was talking about that instead of about the murder. And then the dialogue in the book was not great. So I did DNF this, I think at like 50% if I'm remembering correctly, and I will not be continuing this series. Alright, let's taste test some candies. So first I have these. I don't know what they are called. It's a candy from Meiji, which is a brand That's not necessarily the name of the candy, but this did take a little bit of assembly prior to the filming of this particular video and the taste testing, so I'll give you that footage here. But basically, I had to melt down the chocolate, put the chocolate in the mold, put the little cookie sticks in the chocolate, and then put it in the fridge. So here is what they look like here. I don't know how well they're going to pull out of the mold. I wonder if I have to. Oh! So here's my little umbrella. Oh, it's so cute, actually. It's really cute. So it looks like it has vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate with a little candy stick. I like that. It tastes like if you've ever had Neapolitan ice cream. It's basically what it tastes like. Not bad. I want to pop a few more out just to see what they look like because they're cute. My little flower. And I've got a couple mushrooms here. A little mushroom. Oh my gosh, these are adorable. Yeah, I would buy these again. They're so cute. And they taste good. All right. Next candy is this. Oh my gosh, I forget what this is called as well. But it is Japanese rice cakes. This is the orange flavor. I have had the, mochi. That's what these are called. These are called mochi. I have had the melon flavor of these. I've never had the orange flavor, so I like the melon flavor. The melon flavor was like kind of like a melon gummy with a bit of like marshmallow flavor in it. Okay. So here's what it looks like. The texture is like very squishy. Yeah, that's nice. It's like an orange gummy with a little bit of marshmallow and more orange gummy. It's good. It's not like my favorite thing I've ever eaten in terms of like a candy, but it's like, it's really unique and I like it. It's very mild, like very subtly sweet. Okay. The last one that I have is ramen. And these are soda flavored candies. They're like hard candies. Oh, the little packaging is cute. Oh, the little soda bottles. That's adorable. Alright, here's what it looks like a little globe. It's kind of a light green. Oh! Oh my gosh, what is happening? It's fizzing. Oh my gosh, it's fizzing. Like a pop fizzes.
Just waiting for it to stop bubbling.
Oh my goodness. It's very sour. Okay, it's starting to calm down. Holy cow. I'm so sorry. That's not a good thing to say. Alright, it's calming down a bit now. Ooh! There's another like burst of sour. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Wow, that was intense. So now it just tastes like a lemon lime candy. With little bursts of fizz here and there. Okay. I have never had anything like this before. Wow. Alright. Ramen, you pack a punch. Alright. So, as weird as that was, I kind of liked it. So if I had to give ratings, I would give the chocolate 7 stars out of 10. I would give the mochi 6 stars out of 10. And I would give the ramen probably 7 stars out of 10 as well, because it's like, it's something so different. Woo! Alright, that'll do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the taste testing as much as I did. If you've had any of these candies before, let me know what you think of them. If you've read any of the books that I talked about, let me know what you think of them. And until next time, make sure to continue to read good books, drink good coffee, take care of yourselves and each other. And I don't recommend working for 22 days in a row. Avoid that if you can.